Ludovico's in Italy, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
just throwing it out there, a little current event.
Nobody gives a shit.
I do. He's a great
Man,
friend.
you're still mad about the Meret thing.
Oh, is that true?
Remember when Milan was playing? You were like,
I
you think
remember.
Meret would save that?
Never. It will never be.
Hey.
Listen, AC Milan is retaining Donnarumma. What do you think?
A retain.
Retaining. Was he a lawyer?
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Italian Football TV and the Serie A audio experience. It's been so long, I'm forgetting the intros over here. Guys, what's happened? It's been we've been MIA from the podcast. A lot of stuff has happened. We're not waiting for my dad. He's 30 minutes late from where when we were supposed to wait. Actually, an hour late.
Gaetano, for the record, if you're watching this,
I said
let's
I wanted
wait
you
for
to
him,
wait.
and everyone was saying no, let's start. And what am I gonna do?
He
Three
said
beats
that's
one.
not- he said no.
Me.
Wait, you
Me.
said
Yeah,
that
I think it was
too?
only Peter.
I was the last person to say.
Long
He's
story
Milan
short, he's
We're
not
starting.
here. Yeah, we're starting without
Yeah,
it.
long story short, we don't need him because we already were one Juventus, a fan over here. We don't need two Juventus fans, so let's be fair. Okay, one each. It's good enough.
I don't know where you come up with these things.
Yeah, I come up with this thing because when you're commenting about a team, you have two people cheering for Juventus, and then
He
one,
doesn't really- he's
one
pretty-
each
But he's
for
not
the
Juventus
team.
Yeah, he's really
He's a
not.
Juventus fan.
You think everybody's Juventus
Yeah, I don't know
fan.
why.
Yeah.
So you said I was Juventus fan before.
Yeah. Oh, you can just be any
I can be anything I want to be,
Yeah.
right?
We've had a very eventful past couple of weeks. We were with Michael and I were working with Fiorentina. We got a couple videos. The first video that's out, the finishing challenge has been crazy. Everybody's loved it. And then we have an interview that's coming out, which is even better. I'm really excited for that one. My dad was with Fiorentina. A lot of people ran into him. They were sending us pictures and videos. Then we had the Baresi event, the Milan event with you. Everybody was going crazy and taking pictures with you. You spoke to Baresi a little bit.
Of course.
You gave him a Calcio
A
shirt.
big hug too.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure,
gave him a hug.
I'm sure he'll remember you
I
forever.
was the only one that gave him a hug, right?
Did you give him a kiss too or no?
No kiss.
They almost tased him too. He went for the kiss. Forget it.
Well,
Right?
how was it? How was it to meet Baresi? He's an idol for you, no?
He's an idol. He's an idol for the world. This is has taught everybody how to play soccer. It's the only
true.
libero. No, right now we no longer use the libero. He was the libero, okay? Meaning
Sweeper.
defender
Sweeper.
and sweeper at the same time.
That's the-
He was the brain of AC Milan. He was the one saying, hey, everybody out. When this is offside, everybody, 99.99% were caught offside.
Wow, where's that stat from?
I know it.
Oh wow, you wanna link it? We'll link it below.
99.99%.
Let us know.
What was that stat once that he gave? That it was like 70%.
yeah, I
Oh, they
forgot.
always shoot to the left or something on
Something like that.
penalties.
He gave a bizarre like.
No, the
What is
goalkeeping
it?
right now, when you shoot in penalty, I keep saying to all of those losers, do not move left and right because they're going to put the ball right in the middle.
The thing is,
What's
the
the
stat
record?
changes every time he
What's
says
the
it.
percentage? That's what
Wow.
What's the
I'm not
percentage?
making this up.
What's the
you-
percentage that go down the middle?
More of, I would say 50 to 70%.
No,
50 to 70.
70%.
he said something completely different.
No, I think he said 70 last time.
How much should have left?
That doesn't matter.
No, I got
Discussing this, we discussed
So
this.
70% in the middle. How much
Yeah.
should have left?
I don't know, 15.
Oh, okay, good.
Wow,
Making sure it adds up to
Are you
100.
tasting your math?
You asked him
No,
in
I
5
thought
minutes,
you
he's
know
gonna
it's mad.
change.
I know, I can't test the
Hey.
math.
So it was the first time you met him, right? First time you met Baresi?
Yeah.
Yeah, first
Well, I
time.
met him on the TV first, but that was the first time in person.
So I met Leonardo DiCaprio. I saw him
Oh,
on TV.
yeah, that's another player.
But is he from Bari? Because his name
No,
Baresi.
it's not.
No? What happened?
Bresciano.
Yeah, but maybe his
He
origins.
only
Maybe
wished
you're
he
right.
was from Bari. That's why he took
Did you tell him?
the last name like that.
Did you
No,
tell
you
him?
didn't
You
tell
should
him.
have
That
told
would have been
him.
hilarious.
Wait,
He would
there's-
have looked at you like you
we-
were
we
crazy.
posted-
Oh, by the way, a good start about Baresi. That guy, Baresi, was supposed to be drafted by Inter, and he was not good enough for those
Oh, we don't have a
losers.
draft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
He played with the youth team and they got rid of him.
They-
His brother,
That happens a lot.
Giuseppe,
His
played
brother-
for Inter, the
his
older
brother-
brother.
That's a story that keeps happening.
That happens,
No, it's
that happens
true.
a lot in
In
general.
other words, Inter, they're very good at just scouting the best player and let them go because they don't have any brain. So the same way they did it with Zaniolo, the same way they did it with Pirlo, the same way they did it with
Baresi?
Baresi, of course. We just say talking about Baresi.
Roberto Carlos.
Coutinho, Roberto Carlos.
Oh, no, Coutinho
you
they
name it.
sold
the list,
for money.
The list is long. I don't even,
Too much. It'll take the whole podcast. No, but it was fun. It was fun. It was a fun event. They got a lot of people. The Milan Club of New York, I think they did a really good job. It was also nice. We went to the Fiorentina game over here in New York, work with the players. It was a lot of fun. We also got a calcio tee that we're giving away.
That's right.
Actually, it's signed by Chiesa,
Not bad.
Simeone, Milenkovic, Montella, Dabbo, and that's it. 5 signatures.
So, guys, we have all the information on how to win in their last video, the Fiorentina
But
video.
how you can win it? This, and we got also a signed ball by Comiso, Vlahovic, this kid's phenomenal.
Yeah.
19 years old,
Striker.
center forward. Keep your remember the name Vlahovic, center forward for Fiorentina. 19. He is really good. And the ball's also signed by Chiesa. If you want it, anybody who buys any merchandising by the next time we post a podcast, winner, 2 of these are gonna be inside your package.
But how you gonna pick it up? How you
Which
pick
is
up
gonna
the winner?
random. We put it
we
into a
put
random
all
generator.
the names in,
Oh,
and
you
we
have a
randomly
generator
pick.
or
Yeah.
something? Oh boy.
Yeah. That's how we give away the Baresi ball. The winner.
You're making it
is
seem
already
like it's an electrical generator or something.
Okay, all right.
Like that.
Whatever.
You have to go on the treadmill.
there. Guys, there's so much news. I don't know where we're gonna
Yeah, we
start.
do have a lot.
Where do you want to start? Antonio, decide where you want to start.
Okay, let's
Oh wait,
start-
wait. There was one other thing. Sorry,
Okay.
I forgot. There's a video. There's a picture of you that we posted,
Oh,
and you were
yeah.
like this to Baresi. You have your finger like this, and we said caption this, and the caption
I'll
said,
show Anto. I'll
show him. Show him all the captions were that Antonio was definitely mentioning Cassano to Baresi. Did you end up mentioning him?
Impossible.
So we put this picture of
No,
Antonio
what
and
I was
Baresi.
doing, I was pointing to him. I said, "This guy is the number 1 of the number 6 of the war."
Me.
So let me read some of the
Number one
comments
of
that
the number
people
6.
said.
He's the
Yeah, read a couple
best.
comments. Read a
So-
couple
The
comments.
best.
One of them was in Antonio quotes, obviously. It says, "Guys, the shirts are flying off the shelves. Mike, do we have a sale?"
Well, I gave him Baresi a calcio shirt,
Yeah.
and he promised.
Read another one.
And he said that he's gonna wear it. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Let me see another one.
Any other comments?
Listen to me, Cassano is the best player in the world. Another one, give me Baresi and Cassano and 9 pieces of wood. And I'll win this Champions League.
That's hilarious. Also, speaking about Cassano, so this is the last time we have to talk about him for today. There was a player from Fiorentina. His name's Gaetano something. He was talking on the side. Somebody was trying to speak to him, and he was speaking like a little Spanish and stuff. So I translated for him, and the guy apologized for not speaking Italian properly. And the guy Gaetano goes, "Oh, I don't speak Italian properly either." He goes, "I'm from Bari." He goes, "I barely speak." So I said, "Oh, you're from Bari." I said, I said my uncle. I just called him my uncle. I say he's from Bari. I say, "Who do you think's the best player ever?" He goes, "For me, Ronaldinho was the guy." I said, "My uncle thinks it's Cassano." He said, "Cassano had the potential to be." He goes, "I know a lot of people in Bari, they think that Cassano, but he says
That guy's
no."
too young. He probably doesn't even know Cassano.
Probably got
He's
hit in the
young.
head a couple times.
Too young.
He is young. He is
Tell
young.
him to come. Tell him to call me.
Oh.
But you got a guy from Bari that's playing at Fiorentina, so we'll watch it. He's number 20. His name's Gaetano something. Look him up. All right, where are we going first?
Gaetano something is not good enough. We want to know his last name.
Stofali. What was
I'll
it?
search it up.
Search it
I
up.
got it.
Search it up.
Stofali, no?
I don't know. I didn't even search it.
I'll check. I think we did. We forgot.
Antonio, where do you want to start? There's DYBALA, there's Lukaku,
Let's
there's
start-
Cutrone.
Let's start with this.
What do you wanna start?
You guys, before we even start the campionato, between both of you, you won campionato, Coppa Italia, and Coppa Campioni.
What about Napoli?
Napoli? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One is gonna take the campionato. You guys taking the Coppa Campioni, and those guys they take
the Coppa Italia.
Coppa Italia, maybe.
So Scudetto for Inter,
Yeah.
Champions League for Juve,
Yeah. They got
Napoli,
everything.
Coppa Italia.
And us will.
Napoli did beat Liverpool in the ICC 3-0.
That's
so.
all right. So we're gonna just be just waiting for any scrapping, just in case somebody makes a mistake, and we'll.
You're gonna give up
if
this
there is
early?
any- put it this way: if there is any crumb left on the floor, we'll take it. If there isn't, we'll stand by.
Okay, guys, I found his name is Gaetano Castrovilli. I think I
Castrovilli.
pronounced it
Let
right.
me see.
Is that a proper Baresi name?
What is it?
Right here.
Oh, Castrovilli. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it popular?
What? How old is he?
Name?
Does it say?
He's 22.
Oh, he's 22. Okay.
Yeah.
Forward.
He was playing
Midfield.
left wing.
Midfield.
He
Left
played
wing.
left. Yeah, he played on like the left wing
Nice,
when
okay.
during the game.
So we wish you just all the best.
Best of luck, right? And
yeah.
hopefully figures out that Cassano is better than Ronaldinho.
And then his career could take off.
Somebody's gonna tell him. It's gonna just.
It's gonna be you.
Yeah.
I'll give you his number.
He won a Ballon d'Or.
Okay, anyway, let's do Cutrone because a lot of people asking about Cutrone. Cutrone official now. He's sold to Wolverhampton. Peter's already smirking.
What's
Yeah, I'm
Peter
smirking
saying?
because if you don't remember what I've been telling Antonio for the past
What have you been saying?
January since January.
podcast, yeah, since Milan got Piontek,
Yeah.
I told you there's no space for Cutrone. Cutrone is not gonna be your prime guy. He's not gonna be your starting number 9. He's not gonna be as good as Piontek. And what happens?
It was proven.
Milan shows up and says, "Listen, we have Piontek. No one plays with 2 number 9s anymore. Arrivederci.
Oh my, yo,
You
Peter,
said that a little bit too
yo,
happy.
Peter said that happy.
So, but the thing is, it's sad to see a young Italian player, let's say, without the Inter aspect, right? It's sad to
Is
see
there
someone
Inter
like him to leave. But when your team like Milan does not give you the chance,
You gotta make the best out of it,
sometimes
go
like
somewhere.
all the other young Italian people, you have to go outside of Italy to prove what you're worth. And I really hope that on Wolves, he's going to have the chance to start. Because, unfortunately, even on that team, there's another guy named Jimenez that's a starting number 9 from the Mexico national team.
Is he?
That's
So let's
true.
see what
Yeah.
happens if he gets
he
to
number
playing.
9
But
too?
maybe he's the same type of player.
Shit.
So hopefully Cutrone could take
Cutrone
his
is not just
spot.
the typical number 9. Cutrone just plays even outside of the box.
He's as typical
Come
as you
on.
get.
He's
As typical as you
Yeah,
get.
he's a poacher.
you think so?
Yeah, he's got great insight. I always said the
think
deal
that-
is 18 million euros plus 4 to 5 million in
It comes to
bonuses.
22, 23.
It'll come to like maybe to almost 24, 25
Listen,
with everything done.
how
If-
much
if
is
it
going to
goes
be
well.
making every year?
I don't
More
know.
than what he was making in AC Milan. I'm happy for him.
Probably.
At least the same, yeah.
I don't
If
know.
not
No, more.
Yeah,
English
you're
league.
You're getting paid in sterling, and the taxation over there is a lot less than what they tax.
Yeah, but he was.
in,
You could see he was very upset. He was visibly disappointed. The message between him and
The
Locatelli,
guy,
they came
he
from.
wore-
He came from Milan.
The
You
guy
know, he came from the
wore
youth.
his uniform on his heart, not
Yeah,
just
he
on
did,
his
he
body.
did.
So
That's one thing you can't take away from him. I agreed with Peter. I think that his technical ability is not there. And I think that Gianpaolo needs technical players. And I think that Cutrone just doesn't have the ability. He's got great instinct. He's got great hunger. He fights for the jersey. I love it. I do. But I think that it didn't make sense to keep him.
Yeah, but
And
beside-
I think Milan fans a little bit overreacting a little bit to the move. I think they're playing with their heart a little bit more than what the reality of the situation
But
is.
also, besides all that, you invested heavily in Piontek, 40 million for Piontek. He's your number 9. He's young. He's going to be your star number 9. So when you have the chance to sell a bench player, quote unquote, for 25 million,
you take
you
it.
do it.
listen,
What do you think about the price?
let me just give you a little stats over here. First of all, before
Is it going to be your stat like the penalty?
First
Stat
of all,
Antonio.
before AC Milan got Piontek, Cutrone didn't disappoint on his position.
Higuain started before him.
But that was the problem. If Cutrone was given the space, enough space, you see what happened? We put the people on the field based on the amount of money that you spend to get those people.
No, I mean, Cutrone had a fair chance, to be honest. He just needs to develop his
This
game a
one
little
is-
bit better.
Yeah, he needed to go to somewhere else to
there's-
develop.
there's nothing
like,
wrong with him
like
going
Peter
there.
said, I wish he would have stayed in Italy. It's a little disappointing to see him and Moise leave, both leave Italy and go to England, as young Italians. But like you said, for both of them,
Yeah.
what place did they have in the teams?
I don't know. We will see.
Well,
The
Moise
time
can
will see.
even. No, you want to jump into that?
Yeah. Moise
But-
Kean is he's signing for Everton. It's going to be like 30 to 40 million with bonuses and everything. Juventus do have a clause on him. Milan didn't put a clause on Cutrone. Juve put a clause that whatever the highest bid is,
they match,
if there ever is
right?
a highest bid, like
Is
if
that,
Liverpool,
is official?
yeah,
Okay.
if Liverpool put 60 million next season, Juventus can match that.
And they
Okay?
automatically
So it's not
get it,
it's not a
right?
buyback clause.
Let me finish
but
up
they
what
can match the
let me
highest
finish up what I
offer.
was saying. On top of what we discussed before, Cutrone, it's not that it was let go by AC Milan. It's the necessity of AC Milan right now to get money to be able to buy what they think that they
Yeah, but
lack.
when-
Okay,
I did
the
feel-
same way they put Donnarumma on the market, they put Cutrone on the market. They have a lot of people on the market, but you have to see what the market demand is. So Cutrone apparently was on high demand for some of the teams.
For that price, you're getting a number 9
You
player
know,
that could be very
so-
good.
Donnarumma is a starter. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Cutrone, if somebody's spending $22 million, including the bonus to buy Cutrone is not sitting on the bench. He's going to be playing
he
his
should be.
fair
see.
amount of
We'll
games.
see.
They say Wolverhampton has a pretty good team. But yeah, I wish both of them the best.
Yeah.
I think even Everton. There was a report that Moise didn't want to go to. I think it was Arsenal because Everton was going to be a place that he could play a lot more.
yeah.
And after his
Star,
experience at
yeah.
Juve, he wants to play a lot more. And I think Everton is known for their young players. So hopefully for both of their sakes. And again, same thing with Juve fans. I think they're overreacting a lot to this one too. The reality is with the team that Juventus has, he's not going to get enough playing time. And as a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, they need to be playing consistently.
Yeah, but you could have easily loaned him out. There's not
Yeah, but
an
they needed
issue.
money too.
But they needed money. That's
Yeah.
a different situation.
But even with
So-
this clause that you could
But
match a highest
yeah,
bid,
but the thing is,
protects you.
yeah. Also, Moise Keane or what? Kane? How do you say
Yeah,
his
I don't
name?
know.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
we say both.
he's still a promise. He's not the star player that everyone wants to make it out
has a
to
lot of
be. He
potential.
score goals, yes, but he's a promise. So when you have a promise, and then you're able to get 40 million for a player that you still up in the air, because he could have a terrible season next year, and then he's worth nothing. So I mean, unfortunately, you take risks. You know, these deals for fans are not something that you want, especially when he had so much hype and things going behind him, and they were like, oh, he could even be the starting number 9 next year, you know. But it wasn't realistic. It's a guy that,
Exactly.
if you have ambition to win a Champions League and you're Juventus, you can't have Moise Keane playing. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. But of course,
feel like-
Nah,
then
he's right.
also by
Peter's right.
selling him,
Yeah.
also means that Juventus are not 100% sold on him. I mean, they have the ability to match an
To win him
offer
back,
and whatever. So there is some sense of not losing a talent. But if they really thought this guy was the real deal,
Exactly.
he would have been playing on a loan, or he would have even been, not
not
necessarily
like-
a starter, but in the mix.
I get what you're saying, Peter. I was just a little bit surprised, just because I feel like he performed almost every match he played, which really caught me by surprise.
No.
Cutrone maybe, what?
My dad just said he's parking. So I think we're going to have another member to the podcast real soon.
Wait, what you telling him?
Nothing. I told him we were starting, but all right, we're going to
Oh.
have somebody jump in. No, I don't agree. And
With
I
what?
think Peter's spot on. I think that he didn't always perform when he was played.
Really?
And if you have the ambition for Champions League, same thing. He's not Mbappe. He's not Mbappe.
yeah, he's not Mbappe.
No,
Yeah, he's
it's the
not.
truth. It's the truth. He's not Joao Felix. He doesn't have, to me, honestly, I'm a Juventus fan. I want him to be.
So you want
the best.
Mbappe now and Joao Felix?
No, that's not what
To
I
win
said.
the champions?
I'm saying that Juventus are not selling Mbappe. You're not selling an
All right.
He's got potential. He's got a lot of potential. You got this clause that you still believe on him, but 40 million now, it might make more sense where 2 years from now when he's worth 60, you just pay that extra 20
Before
million.
we go too far on this conversation,
Yeah.
what do you need to win the champions? On the forward line, you're good, right?
Well,
You got Cristiano
Not
Ronaldo.
if- not if
they
it's El
just sold-
Dybala.
they
You're
just
gonna
sold-
get Icardi,
they just sold
maybe.
Keane.
Listen to
No,
me.
no.
Okay, let me do the list
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
go.
You got Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, one.
You're probably gonna get one between Lukaku and Icardi, right?
probably Lukaku just.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 2.
Yeah.
So those 2,
Mandzukic and Higuain are trying to be sold.
nobody cares about that. Actually, Mandzukic,
No, I
Mandzukic, you guys
He's
making a
most
big
likely
mistake.
sold.
You're making a big mistake. But let's say they're gonna
and
get sold.
Dybala gone.
How do you know that? It's not
Because
100%.
Lukaku is for Dybala.
Okay, so what's
I
your?
think
So you have two.
What
So
do
you have two
need?
strikers.
What do you need?
No,
Still.
I think.
Do you have
Juventus-
answer my question?
Yeah.
Do you have the team to
No,
win the Champions
no,
League?
no.
What do you need? That's what I'm
I
asking
think-
you.
Okay, so I'll answer your question.
Yeah.
It will depend if this Dybala Lukaku deal goes through.
So if Dybala staying, you're good to go.
If Dybala stays, now Cancelo. Now Cancelo is apparently close to joining Manchester City. Who's your right back?
Yeah, but you got
Deschillo?
delete. You got delete.
No,
He's
he's
a
a center back.
back.
He's a center back. Now you're missing a right back.
But the shit you played for the Italian national team.
Exactly.
You
that's
said you
a-
liked it, right?
Listen, my analogy that I always say is that Juventus is a team. They're missing an arm. They buy the arm and then they sell their leg.
Listen.
They always make the wrong
Juventus
decision.
is the team that they're gonna have an excuse, any kind of excuse if they don't win. So I'm telling you right now, you guys build the team to win the Champions League 5 years in a row. How many times did you win?
0.
Thank you.
You're making it seem like you're a sporting director, like it's
how
his
can you be making the?
I
listen to
wouldn't make
me.
these decisions.
Listen to me, please.
Yeah,
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
If you're making the first mistake 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times,
Yeah.
5 times, I ever start to believe that something is not right up there with the management of Juventus.
I got you. But at the same time, think
Okay.
about how much money Barcelona has spent.
Man
and they
City.
still haven't
Don't
Man
look
City.
at Barcelona.
Man
Don't look at
City,
anybody
PSG.
else.
No, because we've had this conversation before, and we just go in a circle because, again, everybody tries, and now look, Liverpool who
Champions
didn't
League.
spend the
There's
most
only
money.
one team that wins Champions
there's,
League.
So-
there's
And
many,
there's so many
many world-class
powerhouses.
teams.
Because we're going to get into too long of a
Why?
conversation
Because
about
it's
this.
not comfortable for you, right?
No, I'm
It's
very
not
comfortable.
So then
But-
what are you going to win this year?
Because we've talked about
you
it.
build up, you spend all of this money. I
It's
want to
fine
know what are you
details,
winning?
Anto.
What
It's
is it
fine
that you-
details that make you win this trophy.
What
you know?
detail? What are you talking
The
about?
small details. They're all superior.
It's not just
you know,
it's not just
they're all
whoever
huge
spends the
clubs.
most
They're-
money, because
they're
we've seen
quality
that whoever
clubs.
spends the most money doesn't mean that you're gonna win.
You got Sarri now, right?
Let's talk
You got
exactly.
Sarri, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
This guy's a winner, right?
Who said you called him that he's not a winner? When has he ever won?
But
He won a
won
Europa
it.
League.
Ludovico called him the maestro with
Okay,
the,
not me.
with the bacchetta.
I didn't-
and
I didn't
the
call him
magic
that.
wand and all the stuff.
Antonio, we're getting really off topic though.
All
We're
right,
getting
let's
really
go.
off topic
All
because
right.
we're talking about Moise.
When it's uncomfortable, we're getting off topic. Let's go.
No, I'm very comfortable. We could do a private, just me and you.
All
we
right,
could just
okay.
talk about this.
Right.
With
So it's
gloves,
simple.
right?
Yeah, with
With
gloves.
mitts.
Now, Lukaku seemed like he was going to Inter. It seemed like that was the only destination
Yeah.
for him. And now it seems like Juventus are going to swap DYBALA and Lukaku. Same amount of price. No money involved. Straight swap DYBALA for Lukaku.
This is crazy.
Tomorrow or today when you're watching, they're saying that DYBALA is going to meet with Sarri. DYBALA does not want to leave Juventus. He has not accepted Manchester United. Juventus and Manchester United have agreed. The only thing that's stopping him is if Sarri and DYBALA say, listen, we want to stay together, and they do it. They're meeting tomorrow. It depends. It's all up in the air. As we're recording this, the Corriere dello Sport says that Inter want DYBALA, so we don't know what's going to happen. Right now,
Me
they're
and
saying
Pete,
that.
we disagree with that. Pete, why, tell me why.
Oh,
What makes you think? What makes you think that what he's saying is the truth? That in other words, Sarri.
Wait, by the way, it's not what I'm saying.
Sarri
It's not what
is
I'm
going to
saying.
ask DYBALA whether he wants to stay, or DYBALA is going to tell Sarri, "Hey, by the way, I can fit within your
oh,
project."
listen. In the end, maybe Dybala doesn't necessarily want to leave because he feels that Juventus is best fit to win Champions League, so he wants to play there. But there's an agreement already with Manchester United. There's an agreement with Juventus. Unless Juventus, for some reason, are not 100% bought into the deal, I don't see how Dybala. I think Dybala, in the end, if Juventus says, "Listen, Dybala, you have to go because that's what we want and that's what we want." He's
And that
gonna
will not be Sarri's
and
decision with somebody
no,
else's
but
decision.
but the thing is,
Probably.
Dybala would say, "Okay, he'll accept it. He's gonna go to Manchester United. He's gonna make more money, and he has more marketing." Ability, because Manchester United is the top team in the world as far as fans and marketing and money that comes in. So I think the only issue here is Dybala probably not wanting to go to England, wanting to stay in Italy, and then also wanting to stay in Juventus because they can win the Champions League.
Manchester United is not in Europe.
And this is technically not between. I guess. Let me tell you, this is not between Dybala and Sarri. It's going to be between the lapdog and Agnelli
Listen,
and Dybala.
management's
So-
going to make the decision in the end. Sarri can tell the management what he wants and what he doesn't want. And if he feels very, very strongly about keeping Dybala, then I think Juventus are going to be smart and not get rid of Dybala. But it all depends what Sarri is asking for.
You know what I think is going to happen? This is what I'm reading into it. So they're going to wait until the transfer market is over, which is going to be September, right?
Well,
so they're going to see Dybala.
Not in
When
England.
England ends next week.
Also,
7 days.
August 9.
So Dybala cannot be transferred
They
after.
can't buy anybody.
Oh,
They can only sell.
then it's going to have to be a
So
decision.
that's it.
that
It's
has
already
to be
at the
made now.
final stretch.
Yeah.
It's already at the final stretch for
Now,
them.
One thing I really don't understand why Manchester United wants to deprive themselves with Lukaku. He's one of the best players that.
I don't know if he's one
it's
of
out
the
there.
best. They said
They've
he's been
been-
doing
they've
really
been
bad.
benching him a lot.
He's been a reject of Manchester United, but not to say he's not a good player. I think Lukaku is a very good player. He's not the most technically talented players, but he's physical, strong,
Good
can get you the
finisher.
goal. He can finish. He's always been a powerhouse. So it's something that for certain coaches they would love. Conte would love it because he's
Exactly.
strong,
He loves
be able
those
to score
strong
the
strikers.
scrappy goals and stuff. And not necessarily when a player is doing bad for a team means that he's going to do bad for another team. There's so many examples where Real Madrid, Snyder left Real Madrid to go to Inter. He ended up winning the Champions League. Was probably one of the best players. Robin left Real Madrid, went to Bayern Munich, ends up winning a Champions
Coaches
League and
also
stuff like that.
too is a huge
Yeah.
role.
So not necessarily. Sometimes you're just in a bad fit. Falcao, when he was with Man U, shit,
yeah.
terrible. Goes back to Monaco, goes to Atletico. He
James
scores
with
goals again.
Ancelotti.
He scores goals again.
But
So-
to build on that, though, I think that you explained exactly the type of player that's perfect for Conte's system. Is it really perfect for Sarri's system? Like, to me, in my mind, Lukaku fits perfect at Inter for the plan that Inter has, for the style that Conte plays. For the style that Sarri plays, Lukaku in his first touch, they seem like they would never fit, and it seems like Dybala would be the player for for it. I'm just saying there's a missing link that I don't understand.
Unless there's something
that I'm
underneath.
missing.
So unless there's something underneath, or that Sarri wants Lukaku, or there's a reason why Juventus wants to hijack a Lukaku deal from Inter,
Yeah.
or possibly that they want an Icardi DYBALA swap,
Yeah.
and they just make it
To me-
That's what I
camouflage.
thought at
To
first.
me, it's what just Peter said. It's just that Juventus does not want Inter to get Lukaku for the simple
Yeah, but you
reasons.
give up DYBALA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
For the
I don't know
simple
about
reason.
that.
I thought that those were the rumors.
But
I thought the
DYBALA, when you
rumors were
give up
because of that.
DYBALA doesn't stay in Italy. DYBALA goes to Manchester United. It's
Yeah.
not a threat. So that's what I think is happening.
Yes, but if
This
you're
is the
weaker
way those
because of you
big
getting rid of
teams like
DYBALA.
Juventus, they win the championship. I said, hey, we have a player that is going to give us problems. So what we do, we just take him away, even though we don't need him, and we force the transfer with another player somewhere else.
I don't think
That's what
Lukaku
they
is
do.
going to make that. Would make
It's by a
the
process
difference
of
at Inter.
elimination. It's either they buy the player and they eliminate him from the equation.
Well, but
don't
now,
have a-
now once this happens, there's going to be an entire merry-go-round because there's still Icardi, who we don't know is going to happen. There's still Dzeko, who we don't know is going to happen. There's still who else is there? Higuain, who we don't know. There's
Nobody
this-
cares about Higuain. Come on, let's be
Roma care about
honest.
Higuain. Roma won Higuain.
Let's be honest. Nobody cares about Higuain.
No, Roma care about
that's not
Higuain.
right.
Higuain can still score you 20
Yeah,
goals.
Let's
He's
just
a good
give.
player.
I just want to give a little. First of all, is it a good move for Juventus to swap DYBALA for Lukaku? Yes or no?
No.
Nope.
Pete?
I don't think so.
I think absolutely not. Now, on the reverse, because we have Manchester United fans watching, would DYBALA? How can DYBALA adapt
Who, Ryan?
to England? No, there are a few that asked us
Yeah,
how
that's
can DYBALA do at Manchester United
DYBALA can adapt to any scheme, to any play.
if the coach is attacking
He should be
minded.
his agent.
If he gets a coach, I don't know how Solskjaer is. If he's a defensive coach like Allegri,
attack-minded.
Yeah, it's not gonna
DYBALA's
work.
going to have a
You're
problem.
telling me
minded.
that Manchester United has got a defensive style of playing?
I'm not telling you. I'm asking. I just don't know Manchester
DYBALA
United's
can play as somebody waiting to get the ball from the defensive end, just on the middle of the field, or he can just play, the typical attacking midfielder, which he is.
He
He's
needs
a
to play
striker.
like a little
He can
Messi.
score. He's a Messi.
He can make
Yeah.
chances.
To me-
he can score. He's
to me,
quick.
he needs
to have
has
freedom.
skills.
He's got
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
quality. The guy's like a jolly.
On his
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
On his
He
day.
just doesn't have to be assigned a position. That it's like Cassano, okay? It's one of those few ball.
I lost you there.
Few, not as good as Cassano. No, let's not exaggerate
get
now.
crazy now.
Let's
I
not
understand where you're
exaggerate.
coming from.
It's one of the few people that you can tell. Listen, he's not going to be asking the coach. He's going to say to the coach, "I said, don't worry. Let me just worry where I'm going to get the ball and where I'm going to be playing. He's going to be going all over the place. He's going to be free to do whatever he wants."
So the coach tells him to do something.
The
You don't tell me,
The coach
right?
tells the people like that. I said, just go over there and play.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
End of the story.
I think DYBALA has to have the freedom, more importantly.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
to have the tactical discipline that he has to come back. He's going to find more space in England because tactically,
Absolutely.
The defense
it's
is
not
easier
as
too.
it's not as controlled as in Italy. But the game is different.
Physically,
The
yeah.
pace
More
is different.
physical.
More physical. But we've
He
seen how Coutinho, for example, small player,
Adapted.
was able to adapt. So if he gets over the growing pains and the hump, he can be a really, really good player. Also because on set pieces, he's lethal. He hasn't had a chance to really take him because he has
Pjanic,
Ronaldo,
Ronaldo.
Pjanic in front of him. But that guy can score you at least 5 goals just in set pieces. So whoever gets DYBALA is going to get a real treat.
He's going to be
I
the
agree.
most regretful move that you guys going to do by selling DYBALA.
I agree that if I was a
He's
Manchester
going to
United
come
fan,
and bite you because, that guy might just be facing you in the final. He can just punish you.
they're not going to face in any final because Manchester United's not in
I
Europe.
know. Now he's not this year. Down the line, DYBALA's still young. He's going to have plenty of chances to reach finals on Champions League, whether it's going to be with Manchester United or with Inter, whatever it's going to be.
With him.
Okay.
I think if I was a Manchester United fan, I would love this move, and I think that the value of DYBALA is a lot greater than the value of Lukaku. What else we got? Icardi.
Oh,
the
my
Icardi,
favorite.
the
My
Icardi
favorite.
situation is probably more up in the air than ever. The reports, again, Antonio, the reports say that
Napoli.
say that he wants Juventus. Juventus are not going for him. He's between Napoli, Roma, and possibly staying at Inter for a year to not do anything and go on a free transfer. So, Peter, as an Inter fan, what do you think?
So this situation is still so complex. We do not know what is the real problem. I mean, in a way, it's good to show that Inter has been a strong organization and not leaked any information and nothing has been coming out. But I just find it really weird how Conte, once he got there, he right away said, "Oh, Icardi, you're not part of the project."
That's bad.
I mean, no, but I'm trying to say, like, I understand that he doesn't want distractions. He doesn't want any outside problems within the locker room. But I'm so surprised that he didn't even try him out to try to see how he would work, especially when you know that you need a striker. It's not like you have a striker already set up and you're saying, okay, I can do without Icardi. You know,
Peter, we don't know that. We don't know. 100% we don't know.
I know.
It's not Conte.
I'm not
it's
saying,
probably Marotta
hold
and
on,
company.
let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because
He's getting to the punchline.
I'm trying to say is that now Conte, I think, also is just in agreement with the Società and saying, okay, listen, Icardi, whatever happened, this is your problem. And we're not going to take this unless you change. If it's for Wanda, if it's for other stuff. Besides that, now, you having a player, whereas let's say you get Lukaku, you have to spend over $75 million for him. You have to pay him now more of a salary than you probably would be paying Icardi. So there's so many, different things that are negative to the fact that Icardi is a player that you know already can score you 20, 25 goals in Serie A.
Here he is.
So
Gaetano has
Look
arrived.
at talking about Icardi. He comes over here with the Inter
With the Inter
time. Look at that, with the Inter time. Wow.
Just at the right time.
Wow, you're no longer
Some
a
pe-
Juventus fan?
Some people have to work, you know.
Oh, hello, excuse me. I had to quit my job to be over here on time, and somebody else has to work. Hi.
Welcome.
So, welcome back.
Thank you. So you were talking about Icardi?
Yeah. Go ahead, keep going, Pete.
So
Your punch.
no, but the thing is, now with the whole situation where we might not get Lukaku, Dzeko, they're looking at 20 million, which is a lot for a player that's expiring contract. I would love to give Icardi the chance, but of course it has to be under certain circumstances, and also try to understand what is the real reason why Icardi is not involved with the team. Because we saw when he came back, I mean, I'm not saying that it was fake or whatever, but he scored the penalty and they celebrated with him. It looked like, everyone was okay. Obviously, there's a lot more that happens, but
Listen,
if you have to go spend 80 million for another player where Icardi can score you the 25, 20 goals, unless you go after DYBALA and do a swap deal with DYBALA, I don't see the reason why you just
I agree
give
with
up
you.
on him.
can I just add to what you just said, Pete, which I don't necessarily disagree, but I
Please.
think what's going on the locker room is the witch. The witch, and all the players that end with witch, like Brozovic.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
I'm
Wanda.
talking about Wanda too.
Andanovic,
He said witch,
Perisic,
no?
and all of the
thought that's
itch
what he
people. Those are the people that is a real mob into the locker room. And those are the ones controlling the tempo and what Inter does in terms of buying and swapping players. So I'm sure if those guys see Icardi staying, they're going to tell Conte, hey, listen, it's you choose. It's either you dance or you eat. So,
What a
so
choice,
Conte,
huh?
so what Conte is going to say, hey, listen, I want you guys to give everything you have on the field. I said, okay, if you want us to do that, you're going to have to get rid of this guy here.
Yeah, but
Because
even Conte doesn't look like he likes Perisic. He was complaining that he doesn't have a spot, that he can't play the position that
Yeah,
he
but
wants.
Perisic-
I think it's more so what you guys were about to get to, which is I think that Marotta came in. They got the new ownership. They got this new management. And they want to send the signal. They want to send a signal that you can't walk over Inter. You can't walk over him. And maybe it's not necessarily Conte who doesn't want him. But they say, listen, we can't let him get away with this. Because if he gets away with this,
Everyone
then
does,
everybody's going
yeah.
to think, and there's a culture. But I do agree with Pete that I think giving him a chance instead of spending 80 million for Lukaku makes sense.
He's a world-class striker. You have him at your disposal.
But the thing is,
already.
besides all that, now you have a value of close to zero. Nobody wants him. No one's
No.
going to spend any money.
Close
Instead-
to zero
but the
from
thing is-
$150 million
But the
fee.
thing, but no one's gonna offer. They know he's on the
50
trading block.
million.
No
I'll
one's
tell
gonna
you,
buy
this
him.
has been-
So before
by the sign
before I
has been
start,
done that.
before I say anything,
Your uncle was right. by
if
the
he's
way.
able to play this season, maybe scores 20 goals, his value goes back up.
yeah,
He can be sold the next year. You know what I'm saying? If there's some
But not on
the
Inter,
line.
he's going to be, you know what?
He's saying to keep him there. Wait, let's get Mike and Gaetano's opinion.
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
before you go over there.
Don't
you
say
know-
the same thing that you always say, Antonio.
Don't- before
Just
you go
don't
over there.
repeat the same thing. Your uncle was right.
Franco,
Oh, my
I know
God.
you're
You
watching.
see?
I know what is going to happen. He's going to Juventus for a very cheap price, and he's going to just be either playing with Cristiano Ronaldo on and off, and then he's going to be sold.
Okay, Mike. Oh, you want to
You
go?
want to go, Gaetano?
No,
First.
he just said something about Juventus. I don't know. I was talking to Kivo about Icardi. Kivo played for Inter, and we were talking about the position of Icardi. Icardi is a man that stays inside the area, and that's where he likes to be, and that's where he is most
Lethal.
lethal. That he turns around and he shoots. He gets any loose balls and he shoots. With Ronaldo, Ronaldo played many years with Benzema, and what happened is when they had the three forwards, and this was if this was Benzema and this was Bale or whoever it was here, and this was Ronaldo. What happened is Benzema used to come out of the area, come over here, so that Ronaldo could go inside the area. So they did very well. But if you always stay here, and then Ronaldo goes here, there's it doesn't work as well. So he needs a center forward that comes out of the area, and then he does the 1-2 with Ronaldo or the 1-2 with Bale, whatever it was, and then Ronaldo can go inside the area. So I don't know if it's going to work with Juventus if he stays always inside the area. So that's what I.
So then, why doesn't Higuain work? Why do they want to discard Higuain? Because Higuain could be that type of striker where he comes out of the area, get the ball, and he can do something with it.
Well, I have said this from the beginning. I wouldn't let Higuain go. When he went to AC Milan, I wouldn't let him go. I would have kept him. Now, I don't know if things...
especially under Sarri.
Yeah, if things were said between the management and Agnelli and Higuain, or if Higuain has got a problem with the weight, I don't know. There is a problem there. And I think that they want to, they want to let him go.
What do you think about the situation? More so Icardi and Inter.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk. I talked a lot about this last podcast. I agree a lot with Peter. What Peter said, you're gonna spend so much money. They want to get Lukaku so bad. I don't even think he's half the player Icardi is. You're gonna spend 80 million on someone when you have someone at your disposal already, and I feel like Conte could really turn Icardi into something even better. Spalletti had him, and look how good Icardi did. You know what I'm saying? He was doing so well with Inter for so many years. You get a coach like Conte, I really feel like he's gonna turn him into even better striker than he was.
What about the argument though that they were saying, which is then you set a precedent. Set a precedent that anybody can walk over you.
I do see that. I feel like they might have to bite the bullet, go one year, maybe something special can happen on the first year, because we do know Conte could really get his act together and make the team just united. And unlike Sarri, he doesn't need as much time. He does it under one season, and you have that money and you can spend somewhere elsewhere. Like where else?
That's a great idea, Mike. I want to pick up on what your father just said before. It's true. I mean, you got those three people. I mean, one, if Icardi becomes, for example, the Benzema guy, he comes out of the box.
But he doesn't play.
He doesn't do that.
Okay.
That's what we just said.
Because he doesn't do that, okay? The only problem that I can see by Icardi going to Juventus, it's him having the number of balls to be shared with Ronaldo. Ronaldo doesn't want to share with anybody. Ronaldo has to be the one taking the shots. If he's starting to see Icardi taking the shots, he's going to say, this great guy over here is taking too many shots that should be taken. Hello. So this is the only reasons why I can see.
Maybe that's why they're going for Lukaku.
But Lukaku can become the same problem.
Lukaku's like the Benzema. Lukaku's like that Benzema. That he does a lot of work. He holds up the ball.
For me, Icardi would be the perfect fit for Napoli, even AC Milan. I will take him on AC Milan.
He's not gonna go to Milan.
Conte's
I think Napoli. I agree with you guys.
I think that it was.
Piontek and Icardi, they can play together.
I think that Marotta was clear that he's not part of the project, and I think Conte says he's not part of the project. I think once you have a problem in the locker room, if you bring him back, you will lose a lot of respect from the rest of the team, and that especially for somebody like Conte that is just starting out, that would not be good.
Napoli, I would say Napoli.
I think the best thing for him is to go to another team.
And spend 80 million on Lukaku though.
Well, they might not even get Lukaku now.
Well, the way it works is if you don't have the money, you're going to have to sell. I mean, Perisic, I don't think is part of the project. Yeah. How much is Perisic worth?
Probably 40 or 50.
40? What are you crazy?
Yeah, you can't
give him even 10 million for that guy.
So what did he do? So Perisic is 40, so you already have 40 from Perisic.
But you also have to remember, when a player is not a part of the project, his value can go down because he's on the trading block. And also in England, which would probably be one of the the more important leagues that would want a Perisic type of player, their market ends August 9th. So it's very limited time in that sense that would
Right.
somebody be splashing.
Right. I don't know
money.
what's happening
Don't
with the
forget,
We don't know.
Gaetano, don't forget that Perisic was almost sold during the last year. You remember then everything fell
Right.
apart because the guy's not. It's not as good as you
But
guys think.
when a
We don't think. Who thinks he's good?
when a
Peter.
I think when a coach, likes you and believes in you, and you think you're the right fit for that team, he's going to try to do everything that he can to get you. Some coaches, okay, for some coaches, DYBALA is a great player and they will never sell him. For some coaches, you could sell him.
Sure.
So, different coaches, I'm not sure. For Sarri, maybe DYBALA was a good player for the way that he wants to play. For some other coaches, maybe he was not, and the same thing with Perisic. For some coaches, I think there was at one time that Man United was ready to pay a lot of money
Yeah, they were.
for Perisic
They were, yeah.
because
Mourinho.
because Mourinho wanted him
Yeah.
and he believed in
Yeah,
Perisic.
Spalletti said no.
Right. So different coaches, if you really like the player, and then you can, if he's not motivated to play anymore and you're not part of the project, you might go to another team and then you get the motivation and you'll do well.
Well, just to give context, we already spoke. We talked about DYBALA, Lukaku, Moise Kean, Cutrone, and now Icardi. Let's do lightning round with you to get your opinion. What do you think about DYBALA Lukaku swap, which they're saying is close to happening? Straight swap, no money.
No,
DYBALA for
I
Lukaku.
like DYBAla. I think DYBALA has got a lot of talent, even though
That's a no-brainer.
He
It's a
did-
5-12.
he did not, he did not. I think with somebody else, maybe something will come out of it. Even though when he plays for Argentina, he's still struggling too. And with Argentina, especially when Messi was not around, he should have been able to shine, but he didn't. So yeah, I think you need to be with the Bala in the team, in the locker room, and see what's the story with this guy. I think if Juventus wants to get rid of him, maybe they don't see a future that he's going to do well.
You think Lukaku?
But Lukaku, I don't know Lukaku that much. I only saw him play a couple of games because I didn't follow him. But he's not that type of player that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Gaetano,
And wait,
But
wait,
DYBALA can get me
let's keep going.
excited. He could get me excited, but
Do you think this is a management decision or a Saudi decision?
management.
no, it's management.
Of course.
But shouldn't the management listen if Saudi says, I want to
Yeah,
give this guy?
but if you got Agnelli, Paratici,
Nedved.
Nedved that say no, and Sarri says yes, you think who's going to win?
Who would say no? Why would somebody say no to DYBALA, though, is a question.
Hey, don't they
Well,
take
the
Gaetano,
question.
excuse me.
Stuff
Don't they
we
take
don't
the
know.
polls? Don't they take the polls from the tifoseria too? Because I mean, you go to Juventus Stadium, you see 1,000, 3,000 people.
Nah.
waiting for
Everybody
DYBALA.
wants DYBALA.
No.
Everybody wants a
wants
kid.
DYBALA.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
No,
it's
Juventus fan wants
whether
to
you
sell him.
believe that he's got he can come out of it, and he can perform at high level. And if Nedved, Paratici, and Agnelli believe that he can do it, then they're going to keep him. If they believe he's been there already for a few years, and he's been having a bad years.
It was
one
also under
season.
Allegri.
It was
though.
one
No,
season,
2
no.
seasons.
It
2
was
seasons.
under Allegri.
It was under Allegri.
Under Allegri.
Okay, Cutrone to Wolverhampton, 20 to 25 million. What do you think?
Well, Cutrone, according to Antonio, he was going to be in the national team. He was going to be a starter. But Milan does not believe in Cutrone.
Do you believe in him?
And when he started, I really didn't see that quality. When he came in, he was hungry. It was hustling. He was scoring. But when he started, I didn't see that high quality of playing from the beginning.
And he's not technical enough for
Yeah, he's
Gianpaolo.
not technical.
All right, Moise Kean.
Moise Kean is now
30 to 40 million to Everton, and Juventus will have an option to buy him at the highest price. If somebody bids 60 million, Liverpool, they can match
They
that
can
price,
match
but
and
no
take
buyback clause. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I don't believe in Kean.
Really?
No, I
what
think he's got the
think it's far
speed.
Why
He's
did
got speed, but that's all.
What do
To
you mean
me,
he's a great. Maybe just me. I don't know. I thought to be honest, whenever he got subbed in, I always thought he gave his best effort.
But with Juventus,
Yeah, but giving your best effort is different than
with
being
Juventus is not going to
player.
play. So
He's a
if
kid.
if he's not going to play, it's better if he goes someplace and he plays all the time.
And I think
It's better for the national team too.
I think
surprised.
it
thought you were gonna say
says
something
also a
else.
lot about Juventus' belief, like Peter was saying. If you're willing to let him go, they have this little contingency where a fallback in case they were wrong. Even if they got to spend 60, 70 million. What else? What's the last thing?
Well,
that
I tell you the last one.
Is that
That
it?
no, the last one is I'm
Yeah, that's
gonna
it.
be making the same question I asked you
That
to
was
your
it.
father. So, what do you think Juventus is missing to win the Champions League? You got everything right now, pretty much.
You need a center forward.
A center forward.
Yeah.
So, Cristiano Ronaldo is not a center forward.
No,
So, who you gonna get?
He
Lukaku.
starts from.
So, if Lukaku
he
comes
he could probably play as a center forward,
Yeah.
and then you have the two wings. I mean,
what
you
you
got
need?
four
Just give me-
wings.
just
You
give me
got
what you
four
need.
wings
He's
right
played
now.
as a center forward before.
You know, you got
Madrid.
Douglas Costa,
Right.
you got Bernadeschi, you got
Bernadeschi.
Quadrado, and you got DYBALA. You got four.
All right. So, what do you need, Gaetano? Give me one
But-
or two center forward. Give me one or two
Names
names
you're
to win
saying?
the Champions League. Go ahead. Tell me.
Who will be the center forward?
Yeah. Just pick one or two. We'll give it to you. Don't worry.
I mean,
You're paying?
No, this is what the missing link. Juventus they have an excuse for winning the Champions
gonna
League.
write it down?
I want to know
Okay.
what do you need to win the Champions League? You got every
I
position
said
covered,
you.
right?
I said you need a center
Okay,
forward.
Lukaku, would I be happy? Will you be happy with Lukaku? Yes or no?
Lukaku, like I said, is not my type of
Okay.
of player.
How about Icardi?
Icardi, no,
No.
because I don't
Okay.
think he can play
What do
with
you want?
Ronaldo.
Piontek.
Tell me what you want.
It's like Santa. Tell Santa what
Tell
you
me what you
want.
want. Tell me what you want.
He likes Piontek.
I would. I mean, if Benzema was for sale, I would have. I would have
Really?
taken Benzema.
Higuain, you don't like him anymore.
I would have kept Higuain.
All right.
but
So-
not
And
now,
I
Higuain
like.
is still part of Juventus.
I
don't
like
forget.
I like Cavani, but Cavani I don't think
I don't know
is.
if he has it still.
I would
Not
have
gonna be
taken.
part of the project.
He's
So
not part of
none
the.
of
I
those
would have
players-
taken
none
it.
of
He
those
played.
players-
He played
Who?
in. Cavani. I like Cavani. But Cavani is what 30.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
old.
he
So,
is
Gotta be
older.
34, 35.
Gaetano,
Yeah.
so none of those
Cavani,
players
you
rumored
know,
to move to Juventus, they satisfy you. So you're not going to win the Champions League according to the fact that Juventus is missing the center.
Also,
forward.
by the way, Cancelo is being sold. He's close to leaving Juventus.
There's
Oh, yeah?
there's
Yeah.
there's rumors that he's going to Man City.
There's rumors that it's closed. Oh, he's 32. Cavani's turning 33.
Why do I feel like he's so
But,
much
yeah.
older? He's been around forever. That
But
guy.
either way, he was definitely not
So
part of
Pete,
Juventus.
if they're not going to be winning, I thought it just I thought it was the
They don't even have
campionato
a
for
striker.
you. Well, you got a
It's
campionato.
not
They
in
don't
the
even have a
Champions League.
striker.
So
It's
you,
not that
those
they're
guys
not
are going
gonna
to be
be
happy with the Coppa Italia.
It's not
that's
that
all.
they're not going to be winning. You told me what they need to win the Champions
Yeah,
League.
but you still have to come up
Yeah, in the
with
Champions League, you
somebody
need,
that has been rumored to move to Juventus. So of those players rumored to go to Juventus, you don't think they're going to be satisfying your request to win the Champions League?
I don't think Icardi is moving to Juventus.
That's tough.
And if we were to move to Juventus, no Champions League anyway, regardless of that, because you don't even like him.
No, I don't. I don't think it's the right fit for Juventus because of Ronaldo.
So Pete, you got it all.
Also, let's talk about Napoli too, because we didn't talk about them.
Yeah.
James Rodriguez was supposed to be done. It seems like he might be staying at Real Madrid now. Big complications with the deal. They went after what's that guy's name?
Pepe.
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 From now he's going
It's
to
a lot of money.
Arsenal. Now they're saying they're going back to Lozano, the Mexican.
That is a
Mexican
good
guy.
player. I like him.
He's only I think 40 million. which
I
is
like
not
him.
bad.
I seen him good for
Excellent
Mexico a
player.
few times.
I had my heart set
I
on
don't know.
on
PSV.
So did
or
I.
Saintes.
James.
Bahamas. They can't get him on loan. That's a problem.
For me,
But
Lozano is
I think
just as good as James.
I
He's
have a
very good
feeling
player.
to me in my head, it seems like all roads will lead to Icardi going to Napoli.
Napoli.
That'd be crazy.
That's what I think.
That'd be very.
I
good
think
for
because
them.
he's gonna have no other place. He plays Champions League.
No, I think Ancelotti is a coach that can just.
He's
take
not
the
gonna go to
best out of this
Juventus.
guy here.
How about
I think
Roma?
Roma will be the backup if Napoli
Yeah.
doesn't go to Roma.
Unfortunately, but it's not the player that they need.
He's
Who told you that? Who told you that?
They have Milik.
So
yeah, you
what?
play them both together.
No,
No,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
sitting behind them. Why not?
and have two strikers. Yo, they're playing in
Hey,
three competitions.
Icardi.
No, yeah. I can see him there.
I don't
can see
agree.
him
I think
there.
if you
Oh,
could get
I will-
it, I think if you could get Icardi, you take Icardi.
Icardi can score.
Oh, if you can
20.
take him is one thing, but I'm saying I think Napoli probably
Milik
needs
is not all the time in top shape.
Yeah, but you
Pete.
need Chucky
always
Lozano
injured,
more than
Milik.
you would need Icardi.
Both.
Yeah.
80 million for them too.
Listen,
80 million
For what?
for both of them. Lozano and Icardi.
Oh,
You got a nice deal.
That's
right?
great.
It's a steal.
It is.
yeah,
I
that's, a
think
good,
it's
that's a
good.
good deal.
I think for Napoli, if I was Napoli, to me, it makes sense. To
You know,
me,
Napoli could be for
personally.
me could be the surprise to win the Campionato this year.
If they get a couple, they still need. I wanted James. I thought James would
Well,
have
if
been a
they got
great
Manolas,
addition.
nobody's going to be scoring. Let's see how many mistakes
Their
Manolas
defense-
is going to make. 0 mistakes this year, right?
Their defense is going to be really good.
So, but let's make this thing here. Every time Manolas makes a mistake, Mike buys lunch to everybody.
I'm gonna be broke.
Not even you believe in it. Let's talk a little bit about Fiorentina. Boateng today officially signed.
Nice.
And
Prince.
Paul Lirola from Sassuolo, both from Sassuolo. Paul Lirola is from Juventus too. Really good fullback. I like him.
Right back. Yeah, he's great.
The defense at Fiorentina looks really good. Dragoschi, top goalkeeper. My prediction, I think that this guy's going to be the next big thing in goalkeepers. Going to go on a limb and say it. Then they got Milenkovic, Petzela in the middle,
Petzela,
right?
yeah.
And then on the, who's their fullbacks? Lirola and Biraghi.
That's right.
That's a great defense.
Very solid.
Now up top, they're keeping Chiesa. This kid Vlahovic, who you're going to tell us about, was really good.
Not 100% he's starting, but is it going to be a good backup? if
Boateng.
anything? Yeah.
Who's the other guy I'm missing? Simeone. And there's somebody else. There's somebody I'm missing up top for...
The body guy, the body kid.
Yes,
No, Gaetano.
Simeone might go.
Simeone, they say
Who's the one by
Verona.
Simeone? Gaetano.
Verona.
Oh, they got Muriel.
No way.
No.
No, what
Muriel's
am I
not
saying?
there.
My bad.
Muriel's not
Yeah,
there.
Hellas,
you're right.
Hellas Verona?
Yeah.
They have Sotil on one side.
Yeah,
Still,
Sotil.
yeah.
Yeah, but the attack will be nice. And, they want a forward. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
They're rumored with Llorente. They're rumored with Balotelli. They're rumored with a lot of different players.
Right, they need a center forward.
They're looking for that guy. And their midfield needs a little bit of work. But the team looks
wait a
pretty
moment,
good.
They have Saponara. What are you talking about?
They have Saponara, yeah.
Saponara, I think,
Midfield.
is for sale too.
It's for sale too? Oh
Yeah, I
my
think
God.
But
so.
speaking of the
Big
midfield,
mistake.
the rumor
They
is
look like
that
you. The guy that looks like you, Pete.
they took a picture together. You
Really?
saw?
Oh my God.
Sometimes he comes on the podcast when PKs go on,
Oh,
so this
really?
might be. Yeah.
Quick little story. When we were together and he took a picture, he said, brother, you're brothers. And then Davo said, I can't tell the difference. He said, the only difference is in their bank account. That's what Davo
The
said.
Pete's got a lot more money than Saponara.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Nainggolan is the rumor to happen for Fiorentina.
Oh, that'd be
They say that
great.
Inter and Fiorentina already agreed. It's just waiting for Nainggolan to say yes to the move. He's waiting to see if maybe he could get a team in Champions League. But if he doesn't, and maybe Cagliari, they say, he would go to Fiorentina.
Listen, I'm not a
Which would be
Fiorentina
huge.
fan. I'm not a Fiorentina fan, but I'm becoming a big Commisso fan. I mean, the guy is one of us, like uno di noi. All right?
Very
Like
good.
we have the chant in Italian. So I
You wanna sing it for us?
want him to do well. I want him to succeed.
It's up there.
I want him to succeed. And another reason why I want him to succeed is because not only is from the South, like each and every one of us. Hey, for you, Rocco. So it's because Joe Barone is our friend. And we grew up together. Technically, we played on the same field.
And they're doing good.
And they're showing results.
making-
Hard
they're
work.
making- And,
Look at the players they're linked to. They're keeping with their best guy.
You know, we want to
So-
follow very closely Fiorentina, and we're going to just wish them the best. And
They need a year or two to rebuild. I
except
think is
winning
what it
against
is.
AC Milan, they can win against Juventus, Inter, Napoli, anybody.
course.
So,
Well, the first game is against Napoli. So what are we gonna?
oh boy.
You
So-
were with Fiorentina a little bit.
So
Tell
I
us what
was
you can.
I was with Fiorentina the whole tour. So we started in Chicago and then we went to North Carolina and then we played in New Jersey. So I was with them. I traveled with them. I stayed with them. I watch practice every day. Montella is doing a very good job. I got to know the team manager. I got to know the press guy. I got to know. I was with Rocco in a couple of games. Joe Barone came for the game in New York, and they really have a nice staff. They really have a nice staff, very, very good. They got some good people. They need, of course, Daniele Prade, which I knew from a couple of years ago. He has a lot of knowledge about soccer. He's very smart. He knows soccer. So they have the right people. They just, because of the fair play, they were explaining to me, if you make, and Fiorentina makes less than 100 million a year, so about between 80 and 90 million.
Rocco said this
Right.
publicly.
And so they can only spend 90 million. So whatever you bring in, that's how much you can spend. Now, why does everybody want to have a stadium? Because if you invest $100 to $200 million on a stadium, that's part of your assets. So that you can spend like 100 million, then you are allowed to spend another, because that brings revenue for the team. So that's what they were explaining to me. So they have, I think, 65, 70 players. So they need to sell a lot of these players or give them away so that they can start buying. And Boateng, I think, is done. I mean, he makes a couple of million. Then he spent too much money for him. So they need that type of a market that they can find some players that they don't cost that much money. They're good players. The salary is not high. because they cannot afford to get. I mean, there are so many players, but you cannot afford to pay 7, 8, 9 million.
Too
to-
expensive.
it's too expensive for
One
what.
player.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
And so I was with them the whole trip. I got to know them. They have some nice players, and I bought some stuff.
Oh, whoa! Surprise from
By
Gaetano
the way,
over
by the
here.
way, nice shirt. Fiorentina's got a beautiful shirt.
The jersey, it's the softest jersey I've ever
Ooh,
felt.
Marco
All right,
Bernardo.
these are official.
So this is they also have
Oh my god.
they
Wow.
also
This is official.
have a new sponsor, which is MediaCom, which is Rocco's company.
Is that for me?
And of course Benassi, which is a midfielder, is one of my favorite, and I got a chance to have it signed.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
It's a beautiful kit.
That's my jersey.
Beautiful shirt.
But-
Unbelievable.
But this one is not
for sale.
for sale. It's not
hang it over
forgiven.
Gaetano's just showing off over here.
But then I got also I got,
Chiesa.
Oh, Federico.
and this one, I'm sorry.
Hey, leave that.
Get out of here.
It's like you're taking God off the cross over there. Just give it to me.
Get rid of that. Don't give it to me. Get rid of this.
Even though it's an Inter shirt, Cassano is gone.
He's
Anto
gone.
said
Right
it's
there,
like
right
taking
on
God
top.
off the
Cassano's
cross.
gone. So
I like
now we have.
That's why he was looking around.
Yeah,
I was like, why is he looking around?
I did see him look around.
Listen, first of all, you came
Nice. I like it. Good job.
late. Okay, first of all, you came late. Second of all, now you're starting to change shirts. That thing you think you're going to get kicked out.
One thing I have to say about the Fiorentina, Rocco, Giobarone, they're working, Prade, they're working very, very hard to get a competitive team. It's going to be hard for this year, but they're going to try. And whenever I think Rocco gets involved into anything, he wants to make sure that it's done. And Rocco is, like he said, is one of us. Is a very, very nice, down to earth guy. Very simple. Don't call me Mr. Commisso. Don't call me Commisso. Just call me Rocco. And we were in North Carolina playing against Arsenal, 35,000 people. And as we were in the suite, there were some 3 fans. They walked by the suite and they said, "Rocco, we're coming from Firenze to watch this game." So Rocco he goes, "Okay, come around." He made him come around and invite him into the suite.
Wow, what a guy.
He's a gentleman.
He goes, "Go ahead, start eating." So there was a lot of food there, so they started eating. And then eventually some of the players came, Chiesa came, and he goes, "Can you mind, Federico, take a picture with us?" So they took the pictures with with the players that were there. I think Biraghi was there, Chiesa for sure, and Antonioni. So they took pictures with all them.
nice.
Guys,
And he
tell me
made,
another
and
president that would do
he
this.
made sure that they were comfortable, and then he made them sit down and watch the
That's
game.
Random
So,
fans.
3 random
random
fans
Amazing.
That's awesome.
that
No other
happened to
president
say
would do
hello.
this.
So that's the kind of
I could have
guy.
done the same thing. I was at
That's the
game.
kind of guy that Rocco is.
Damn, I could have said, "Hey, I'm coming from Florence too."
Well, you're from over
I'm
here.
from Brooklyn.
But no, to his point, when we were around them for the days that we're around them, I mean, I've never seen a president, and I don't think you'll find a president in Italy that's hugging the journalists and giving them kisses and just so kind to them and giving them time. Usually they give you the stupidest answers. He really cares. Even I see his team sometimes, they're like, "Rocco, you got to go. It's time to go." He'll be, "No, don't worry about it. We're having a nice conversation."
Well,
Always
you
gives
know what he did.
availability.
There was the Fiorentina journalists there that were from Florence, and they had a problem going from Chicago to Charlotte, and he invited them on the plane. They actually came on a charter
pretty
plane with
crazy.
That's
us.
crazy.
That's
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Antonio's thinking of all the things he's gonna say when he said to Comisa. He's like, "I got no plane. I need a suite."
I'm from
Don't worry.
Florence.
No, I'm going to say I'm from his. I was born on his old town in Italy. He's going to take me.
That's funny. That's awesome. And I think it's just it's awesome to see. Also, the one thing that we felt, they're like a family. They got really strong connection. Doesn't seem like a business, like a team. And they're making a great symbol, in my opinion, keeping Chiesa, showing, listen, we're not there just for the money.
100%.
We're here for a serious team. And like that statement that Inter's trying to make with Icardi, it's like, listen, you're not walking over us now. It's our time. We're going to build a serious team. And I think they're going to need time. They're going to need 2 years. But after 2-3 years, they could put their head up, more revenue. this is now we could fight for Europe. Now it's building, it's getting these pieces together, and I think they're doing a really good job. And I think Nainggolan would be a great addition to an already pretty strong team. And as long as they don't get relegated, they're going to do better than last season. So
You know what? I can see Fiorentina make it the UEFA.
Europa League might be tough, but I think they need to be in the top half of the table. Will be good.
I think they'll be the 6 or 7.
But this is a year for rebuilding. Like
Rebuilding.
I said,
Listen, you got a good team. You got top of the line players. You're gonna get at least 6 or 7. I mean, if the first year you just come 8, all right, it's all right. But I don't see Fiorentina just fighting for relegation.
Speaking of new owners, Massimo Ferrero said that he sold Sampdoria for 140 million. He didn't say who he sold it to. There was that York Capital, another American company that's been interested for them for a while. Vialli is apparently going to be vice president or president when the deal goes through. So again, another team that Sampdoria, if they get some money pumped into them. I know Ferrero was interested in getting Palermo. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But there's some exciting times. I know it's a little bit disappointing to see Ferrero go because he's
a
hilarious.
big fan of
He's funny. He's always a good comedy guy. But hopefully he gets Palermo. De Rossi to Boca Juniors. We still haven't talked about it.
Wonderful move.
You're happy?
I'm very happy.
Why?
De Rossi is not finished. He was not finished when he was playing in Rome. The guy was the leader. He was mistreated the way they mistreated Totti. And I think this guy's got plenty to show for. And he's going to probably make a big statement on Boca.
Imagine win Copa Libertadores with him. That'd be pretty sick.
I mean, usually the players from South America, they all come to Europe.
Right.
I never seen a European or Italian player go to South America.
He's
crazy,
one of
right?
four. One of four.
I was
That's
very,
it?
very
Yeah,
surprised.
4. He's
And
the fourth.
the way they embraced him when he got
But
over there
I
and
s-
all the stuff.
Oh my
so,
God.
As far as a cathedral of soccer, of football,
yeah.
Bombonera
It's one of the-
is probably one of the best stadiums that you can ever play in or actually go to watch a game. It's just passion for
You ever
90
been there,
minutes.
Pete?
I never been, but I
We
want to
have a
go.
friend, Gustavo.
But I want
one
to
of
go.
our friends, he said to me that it's just, it's like.
I mean,
being,
I've seen videos or when you watch a
how many
game.
thousand, how
Amazing.
many thousand, 150?
I don't know, but I've been to Buenos Aires and I went to see San Lorenzo play.
Oh,
and
nice.
what a passionate fans! I
many.
never seen so much passionate fans.
It's a fitting stage for a gladiator, right? One of
Yeah.
the last
Well, De Rossi is a
gladiators.
gladiator, my
Exactly.
friend.
Yeah, that's
That
what he's
was the
saying.
point.
I think
That was the point.
I was gonna say De Rossi did say he went there because he was also saying that the Italians went over there in Boca and created this team,
yeah.
and he said like that was a piece of him by going to Boca Juniors, saying it's like he's reliving the Italians went over there and I'm gonna go
Oh, wow.
over there and play.
I think he
Which is very
fits.
nice.
They built
he's-
they built the stadium.
No, saying Boca Juniors was built.
They
by,
founded by Italian. They
Founded
were
by
founded
Italian.
Italian.
Genoese. That's why they
Yeah.
call it Zenedes or something like that.
Yeah, they have a nickname.
Genoese.
Yeah, exactly.
Genovese.
Yeah, they no, it's good, and I think that De Rossi, he's got that grinta that he just fits at Boca. Like
sure.
I know a lot of people are criticizing his move, and just the one thing about them because people are saying he should have stopped at Roma. I think if a top player like that, still has it in him. He didn't tell Roma, "I'm leaving you." Roma said, "You don't want me." He would have stayed for nothing.
Yeah.
I think he's done absolutely nothing wrong going to Boca.
No, he left like
should
a
be
gentleman.
living and doing what he wants, and I'm happy for him. It's gonna be hard to follow him over there, but we're gonna try.
We'll follow him for sure.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure out how to do it.
I know somebody over there. I'll ask Gustavo to follow him around.
Okay, I think we hit everything. This is a long
Yeah, this is-
extra. The schedule came out.
That's right. Say the first round.
The first game.
It's Fiorentina, Napoli.
Fiorentina
right?
Napoli is the first
that's
game.
I might be at that game.
Oh,
You might
I
go.
might meet you then.
thank you.
Oh,
I'll
you
be
mean
there.
we?
If you want to go.
It will be.
Fiorentina, Napoli. So I might go to Napoli's second game when they play home. What is the Napoli?
No.
Why not?
They're playing 2 away games. Their stadium is under
Peter has a
renovation.
jam-packed already.
Okay, I'll say-
They're going to Juventus. Juventus Napoli.
It's the second
game.
Oh, boy.
I'll say the best games of each month. August, Fiorentina Napoli. Then in September, we've got Juventus Napoli, which is September 1st. Juventus Napoli is going to be good. September 1st, same day, Lazio Roma.
That'll be.
2 huge games.
So they're probably not going to be on the same day. Are they on the
Might
same
be
day?
Saturday, Sunday.
It
It
said
could
that
be.
it was on the same day. Well, at least same weekend for sure.
Yeah,
Same-
probably
same-
they
same
do a
round.
Saturday,
They could change
Sunday.
it.
Milan Inter, September 22nd. Inter Lazio, September 25th. October, we got Inter Juve, Roma Milan, Napoli Atalanta. Pretty good. November, we got the Torino Derby, Roma-Napoli, Juventus-Milan, Milan-Napoli, Atalanta-Juventus. There's some big games
There's
this
some
year.
crazy games,
December,
boys.
we got Inter-Roma, Lazio-Juve, Sampdoria-Genoa. January, Napoli-Inter, Lazio-Napoli, Roma-Juve, Napoli-Juve, Roma-Lazio. I'm just saying all the
Listen,
teams
why-
now. But, and then February, there's Inter-Milan, which is,
Listen.
you went to that game last
Oh,
time.
boy.
And now it's...
let's spend
Are we
two-
going?
That was the one that ruined
Yeah,
Antonio.
we're going together over there.
We're gonna put
this time.
GoPros on their heads
Listen
and
to me.
record everything.
We spent very few words about Atalanta, so I wanted to know what Atalanta brought into the equation for the Champions League.
You
and,
tell me.
No, you tell me.
They got Muriel.
Yeah, they got Muriel, but we talked
They
about
got,
this.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
They haven't
last
gotten
podcast.
anything since we've talked.
Yeah, they have.
They didn't sell much.
And they
much
didn't
to
sell,
begin
which is
with.
good.
No,
they didn't sell anyone.
Yeah.
All right.
But someone else.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
tried.
I mean, they're
You're-
pushing.
You know, Lazio are interested in Llorente.
That's
They're
right.
trying to get Llorente too. So them and Fiorentina both want Llorente.
So is Milinkovic gone, Savic?
Not
no,
yet.
No.
Wow, I
Unless
thought it was almost 100% going to
No.
Manchester
well,
United.
Pogba still didn't go to Real Madrid.
Oh,
So-
this is probably the missing link. I thought that you needed Pogba too for Juventus, right? Didn't you want
See,
Pogba?
isn't it so strange that Juventus are not swapping Pogba and DYBALA? Because if you're swapping Pogba and DYBALA, I think you can make a case for it.
Yeah, but they're two different
make-
players.
Maybe they wanna play on the same team.
Exactly. Two different players.
Hey, Pete, I saw a little
Hey,
bit
Pete.
of Juventus Inter that they play in China. Hey, Inter was controlling the game.
You know why, right?
I didn't see the whole game, but Inter was
Conte.
They move well.
Inter was
Tactically.
controlling the game.
Yeah.
You already
Gaetano.
got, Sensi looks
I was
good.
I was surprised.
But he's got them
And,
working.
right? And he's got a young kid. I
Yeah.
think he was
Esposito.
number 10,
Oh,
Esposito.
yeah, he's amazing. He's
From
16.
the Primavera.
16?
Right?
16, 17.
They better not do the
Esposito.
same thing like they did with Zaniolo.
Yeah.
They
He
better
is
keep this
very,
guy.
very good. And they actually gave him a bigger
Sensi
contract.
Sensi was
Sensi's
moving.
like,
Gaetano, what do you
Uh,
think? Good future for them with Conte, with Inter? It looks
No,
like
they
you're
play good.
supporting them over here,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They
Oh,
were,
yeah.
no, I was.
I think he's starting to predict that the Inter might win everything. Look at that. The triplete. Look at
It looks like it.
Look, number 3,
Listen.
triplete on the shirt.
Listen, I've been
Pete,
walking.
you got it all. Even Mourinho said that
I've
Inter's
been
gonna win
walking
everything.
around with the viola tie for the last 2 weeks.
That's
And now you
Inter.
gotta.
He's saying
Talking
all
about
four.
his
And now your
walk,
true
though.
colors
Four.
come out, right?
So now,
Nerazzurro tie.
Gaetano
me a
knows
favor.
what's
so
up.
I think that
No,
What's the
listen.
favor?
not because of the young players, but also they were controlling the game.
Yeah.
Like
The
as a
system, they
team,
play. Yeah,
like
they
as a
play.
team, they were controlling.
Yeah.
So
With
what is Conte
Juventus
playing?
too, they-
4-3-3
they
or
tie.
4-3-1-2?
That's what he's talking about.
What is he doing? 4-3-3 or 4-3-1-2?
I thought
Juventus.
PSG.
Who?
Oh,
I didn't watch the game.
Who?
Conte against the Juventus.
3-5-2.
Oh, 3-5-2.
They have the three. they just have
Typical. He either does that or 4-2-4. Usually.
You're making it seem like it's nothing. That's his
No,
formation
that's
right
typical,
there.
yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
That's he didn't
Especially with
change anything
Godin.
else.
Godin wasn't even playing that
Exactly.
game.
Yeah,
Godin
yeah.
is back.
No, the thing is, it's the
boy.
movement. It's a movement.
Yeah.
You see when Perisic checks in on the left
Right.
side, they go around.
And,
That's the content.
and
Conte's
they were
style.
switching the ball from one side to the
Yeah.
other, and the guy was waiting for the ball on the line.
Yeah.
You know, so and that's Conte because he's so detailed
Yeah.
when he does the practice,
Yeah.
and he's so. I mean, if you're not in your right spot, and I've seen other coaches do this, and you're supposed to be on the line, but you're 5 yards
Man.
into the line,
Flip out.
it doesn't work. You have to be on the line.
The spacing
So-
is a lot.
Right.
Spacing
because
is a lot.
that 5 yards, it allows you to stop the ball and make a nice cross. If you're 5 yards, 10 yards in, you stop the ball, the defender is right,
Right
on
there.
top of you. You might not be able to
Enough
make that
time.
cross.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the,
Width.
The flanks,
the
right?
the 3-5, the 5, the
The
two,
wing backs. The
right?
wing
The wings,
backs.
they stay very, very wide
Yeah.
on the line. It's so that and that you could see it comes from
by,
Conte.
By the way, as a Milan fan, you didn't say anything about Milan. Let's say Duarte is signing for Milan and Leao.
Yeah.
I don't know them too much. They're trying to get Correa. We don't know if it's gonna happen from Atletico, who's a really good player. And unfortunately, we watched that game together at the Baresi event. Milan PSG. What was it?
Bayern.
Milan Bayern. Theo Hernandez
got injured.
was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was playing such a great game. He had
He's
real
gonna
skill.
be
He'll be
missing
back.
probably the first game.
He's gonna be out for a month, I heard.
Something like that.
Yeah,
But
he
He
it's
might
good.
miss-
It's not missing
He might
much.
miss the first game.
It's
He
not
might miss
that-
the
it's
first
not
game.
that bad.
I
It's
saw
not
him
that
with
bad.
crutches today. He was
Crutches?
Yeah, he was with
Good thing it
crutches.
wasn't worse. It could have been much worse.
But the crutches doesn't mean that he's got a hard cast. It's probably
It's unfortunate, but he was really good. He was
He was the
he
best
looked
player on the
great.
field.
He
He
looked
was attacking,
great.
defending, doing everything.
He looked real good. Yeah, Gianpaolo's Milan. You guys need some guys.
You need some guys? What guys?
You need some players.
We guys, we listen. We have some play to do what? We're not winning anything. You guys won everything so far.
Yes,
So
that's
what
the
we're
end.
gonna
Nine
do-
games again?
I told you, we're just waiting for crumbs to follow from the table when you guys are having dinner.
So you don't want to make the Champions League?
No, I don't want to win. No. Whenever
No?
you guys allow us, if you throw any crumbs on the floor, we'll take it.
He's messing around.
You guys are already.
Who's you guys?
Listen, with
You
fans,
guys,
with,
Inter, Juventus,
listen, with
Napoli.
fans-
Okay,
Everybody.
that's three. That's
Wait,
three.
wait.
That's
Go,
three.
Gaetano,
Yeah.
go.
I said, with fans like him,
No wonder.
Milan is in
Okay,
deep
no,
trouble.
we can take it.
I'm
You know,
sorry
just
for
messing
you.
around.
I'm sorry.
Listen, we got kicked on the floor so many times, but we
So
we get
you're
up and
okay?
we dust off
So
our knees and we come
you're
back
okay?
up.
You're okay to be in 10th place,
Hey,
9th
whatever,
place?
whatever you guys allow us. If you throw any to
But
the 10th
again,
place,
you're
we'll
saying
take
whatever
it.
you guys allow us, but you named 3 teams. There's 4 Champions League spots. So why are you giving up the 4?
No, we're not giving anything. We just saying if,
I'm
if
just
there
playing
is
those
any
mind
crumbs
games.
that you guys are leaving off, we'll take it.
Your competition, it's with Roma. It's for Roma.
And
for
Atalanta.
first
Hey,
place, and
listen,
Atalanta.
between Inter, Juventus.
Don't talk
Napoli-
about Atalanta
Yeah, but nobody's
anymore.
talking about.
You didn't want to talk about it. I brought it up to you. So
Am I missing something here?
no, you're not missing
Am I
anything.
missing something?
Just focus on Juventus winning the Champions League for so far. You need a forward. The guy already won. Peter already. So let's just call it off.
For those who don't understand, Antonio likes to play these Mourinho mind games. So he sets
Mourinho,
an
don't,
expectation.
don't. Put somebody else, but not Mourinho's game. Mourinho's game. I don't
Spalletti
play.
mind games
Oh, boy.
where he acts like he doesn't want.
But in
something.
reality, he
He's
wants
just-
the opposite.
He's just saying it so that when Milan do well, he's gonna be like, oh wow, we didn't spend any money, we took your crumbs, and we still did better.
But if they do bad, he says, "Oh, I said it. I told you."
Exactly. That's exactly the
We
strategy.
just figured him out.
Antonio.
See? They all hate us, but at the end of the day,
Nobody hates
They
you.
wanna be
Nobody
us.
At the
hates
end of the day, AC Milan has got
7
so many
champions.
championship. All put it all together, don't even can make it. So
It's true.
let's see. At the
He's
end of
right.
the day, he needed a still forward. Hey, give me a center forward because Higuain is not good enough.
I didn't say that Higuain is not good enough. I like Higuain.
So you have Higuain, so you're good with that. All right, so they won the Champions League. I take it back. Take it
Anyway, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Like we said, we've got this Calcio tee that we're giving away that's signed by all the players that we mentioned: Chiesa, Simeone, Milenkovic, Montella, Dabbo, and a ball signed by Comiso, Chiesa, and Vlahovic. By the way, Vlahovic, you said in training he was phenomenal, right?
Yeah, this kid is 19 years old. I was watching him train every day. He was always first on all the training that they did. It was always first.
Wow.
And whenever they shot on, they were practicing shooting on goal. He the ball always went in the goal.
He looked good. 19, and he's physical.
We got to
He's
keep
big.
an eye on this guy.
He's a big guy.
Player to watch for next season.
So like I was saying, if you want to win these, anyone who buys from ItalianFootballTV.com, this and the ball will be randomly in your orders, and we'll announce them on the next podcast.
next podcast.
Do we have any
Yes.
sale coming up?
There's no sale.
Oh, by the way, the hats are coming, guys. I saw the hats. I saw one of the
Don't
hats
say
with
what
the
it
stuff.
is, but
Oh, boy,
I
they're
just have a
good.
little sneak peek. We
They're
got
good.
some more
Soon.
merch coming.
They're good. They're good.
as always, tell them to what?
Rate us with 5 stars. Hey, one thing I wanted to say, I was so surprised when I went to the game, the Fiorentina game. A lot of people that didn't know who I was over there. We took a lot of pictures together. I mean, hey, that makes me feel good. I don't care about not winning as long as I got friends over there. And again, don't be depressed. Everything is gonna be fine. If your wife kicked your ass, or if you failed your test, or if you're
If you're a Milan fan.
no, okay. Don't worry about it. We're going to be fine, okay, guys? So just keep watching us and let's go IFTV. 5 stars and what else?
And
The sale is going to be coming up soon, right?
And if you
There's no
see,
sale soon.
Okay.
And if you see Antonio at the game, say hi, right?
All
a lot
right,
of
yeah.
people came up to you and said hi.
It was
right?
nice meeting all of you guys, okay?
Very good. Likewise, and I think we had a lot of fun.
And the picture we took together, you can post it. You
Yeah,
can just
everybody's
send it.
been
You can
posting
post it.
it.
Oh,
Everybody's been posting them.
because
yeah.
I don't have this media stuff.
And I met some people in Chicago.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
great.
nice.
And Charlotte. So I
They
think I
recognize you,
sent
right?
you
You
the
sent-
pictures.
yeah, you sent us the
if you
picture.
want,
I had
yeah.
a great time at the Milan Club over there in Manhattan.
With Baresi,
Spectacular
right?
people with Baresi and everybody else. Hey, this is what I live for, okay?
Very good.
So,
Nice.
the fans, you guys are number 1, okay? That's what we're here for, okay? No money, no honey, all right? Goodbye.
All right, guys. As always, thank you for
Ciao,
watching. We'll talk to you
ciao.
soon. Ciao,
Ciao,
guys.
guys.